On April 14th, 2021, President Biden announced the United States would unilaterally withdraw its military forces from Afghanistan. For months before that announcement, the intelligence community and his senior military advisors, including both gentlemen testifying here today, issued dire warnings about the withdrawal's consequences. After the announcement, I, along with other Republican and Democrat members of Congress, urged the president to prepare for the withdrawal and its inevitable fallout. Unfortunately, those warnings were ignored. As the withdrawal date neared, the situation in Afghanistan deteriorated as the Taliban gained significant ground across the country. Yet the Biden administration's failure to plan for their withdrawal threatened the safety and security of U.S. personnel in the country. As a result, in July of 2021, 23 State Department employees in Kabul sent a dissent cable channel to Secretary Blinken warning of their grave concerns for Afghanistan's stability and for their own safety. Yet nothing was done. Instead, our investigation uncovered the White House refused to listen to warnings about the situation on the ground. Disturbingly, we have uncovered that State Department leadership prohibited its employees from even uttering the word NEO, shorthand for emergency evacuation, until as late as August of 2021. Too little, too late. Additionally, this committee learned that the State Department did not even request an emergency evacuation until after Kabul was surrounded by the Taliban. As a result, the airport was not secured until August 17th, 2 days after Kabul fell. As the saying goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And fail they did. The next 2 weeks created international outrage and humiliation for the United States. People all over the world watched as babies were flung over barbed wire fence by mothers without hope. Desperate Afghans fell to their deaths from airplanes, and hordes of people surrounded the airport as they tried to flee for their lives. The damage to our reputation and our credibility, the United States credibility around the world, that damage will last for generations. Our service members were forced to watch as American citizens and Afghan allies were beaten and murdered outside the gates of the airport. These brave Americans were told to stand by as terrorists brutalized innocent civilians. And then on the morning of August 26, we watched in horror as reports of a terrorist attack at Abbey Gate flooded the news. 13 U.S. service members were murdered, with dozens more injured. 170 Afghans were killed, with countless injured as well. Some of the Abbey Gate Gold Star families members are here today, and we honor you. We honor your sacrifice here today. To the families here today and to the American people, I say, I will not rest until I get to the bottom of this tragedy. You deserve answers. The American people deserve answers, and I intend to deliver. When the last U.S. military plane left on August 30th, 2021, more than 1,000 American citizens remained trapped in Afghanistan, as were tens of thousands of Afghan allies who risked their lives serving beside our troops and diplomats. Many, if not most, of those allies are still trapped, constantly in fear for their lives. I want to thank both of our witnesses for being here today. Despite current DoD officials actively trying to limit your testimony, you have agreed to appear here voluntarily. And I'm grateful to you, both of you, sirs, for your service to our country and your service to this investigation. I also want to thank the Abbey Gate Gold Star families for joining us here today. And while the President has never publicly stated the names of your children, I will here today. Their names are Darren Hoover, Johanny Rosario, McCaul G, Hunter Lopez, Dagan Page, Humberto Sanchez, David Espinoza, Jared Schmitz, Riley McCollum, Dylan Marola, Kareem Nakui, Maxton Soviak, and Ryan Noss. Those are the names of the fallen. May God bless them. They will not be forgotten.